Hello everyone, I'm Alex.
And I'm Dylan.
And today, on episode 1 of a brand new series, I present to you the show and tell / kind of pickups video. We have brought random stuff, and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that we're in for a treat with this one. Both Alex and I, we have some wacky stuff in our collection, and we can't wait to show it to you guys.
Yes.
So let us know down below, what is the freakiest game that you own?
Yeah, let us know that. Let us know what's the wackiest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
Also, I will start pretty simple, pretty straightforward. F-Zero GX on GameCube. It's always exciting to get add a new game to the cube, because I don't have that many. Just because, I don't know, I feel like you really are working with just the first-party Nintendo titles.
Yeah.
Because everything else is probably on PS2 and it's probably cheaper. But the F-Zero series is something I've been diving into over the last year, and I've really loved it. Obviously, we've talked about F-Zero on the SNES here a decent amount, and that game's super fun. I'm currently playing F-Zero X on the N64. That game's awesome. It's genuinely like, it might be top 5 N64 games at the end of the day for me. But I'm happy to say I have finally picked up F-Zero GX on the GameCube as well, which is a game that I've heard honestly kind of mixed things about. A lot of people just say like you were saying earlier, it just moves way too fast. Yeah. The difficulty's crazy. But, I mean, the right people like it, where I have confidence that it is a fun game. It's just probably like an involved racing game, which I'm not against. I don't have many that are like super challenging like that. So if I'm ever going to do it, I'd like to do it with Captain Falcon and all of his friends.
And there's like a ton of unlockables in that game too. There's a bunch of tracks. There's a bunch of racers.
Yeah.
I think there's like story modes too. Like I know there's the one where Captain Falcon saves a baby from getting hit by a train.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I love
Captain
that
Falcon's
kind of stuff.
awesome.
He's a hero.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm excited to check that game out, and it's just a cool recent pickup I've had. What's your first thing?
So first thing I'm going to show off is something I got a few years ago, but still something interesting. It's the Gameboy Micro. Now, when they say micro, they really aren't kidding. This thing is small. It can fit in your, what is this, a coat pocket, breast pocket?
The pen pocket.
It's gone. I have a Game Boy. Now, as we can see, this is the game. The games are bigger than the screen itself, but the screen is very nice, and so is the audio quality. You can even adjust the light, too. I think it's select in the volume. You know, this isn't for everybody. It's very small. I have big hands, but even I enjoy playing it. Like, something you can just pull out. Maybe, like, if you're at work and your boss isn't looking, you just play a few rounds on the Battle Frontier and Emerald. And, this is, like, very obscure. Not too many people have it. You could swap out the faceplates, but you just got to be careful because then you see all the guts of the console, so there's like a gore warning there. But yeah, no, I love this thing. Yeah, I think anybody who's into Game Boys should check it out because it's really cool.
Yeah, I've never owned a Game Boy Micro or really played one, but they're high quality.
Yeah.
Like they kind of, in some ways, I feel like the Game Boy Advance trajectory is like getting a worse form factor but better quality in every other way, because you start off with the original GBA, the perfect form factor that feels amazing in your hands.
Yeah.
But you obviously need like the direct energy of the sun blasting into it to see it. You have the Game Boy SP, which is kind of a middle step. It's a useful form factor, but it's not my favorite. It's very square, but it has a nicer screen. And then obviously the Game Boy Micro, which is like the size of a Joy-Con, but for some reason it has like the nicest screen and audio quality of them all.
I've never thought about that, but that's absolutely true.
So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting trajectory, but yeah, it's definitely like something I've had my eye on in my life.
Yeah.
Specifically yours. I'm going to steal it when you're not looking.
Oh. And unlike the SP, it actually has a headphone jack.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so it's better.
My next pickup / thing I just own is a famous game, at least as famous as F-Zero GX, and that's Gacho on the Wonder Swan. I think it's just a regular Wonder Swan game. I haven't played this game yet, but it is a puzzle game where like there's two guys on the screen and they kind of move opposite each other, but you move them both at the same time, and you want to get one guy into the hole, and the other guy you don't want to get into the hole. If you can tell by the cover of this, it's kind of like a gross thing. Like there's a snot guy, there's an armpit guy, there's a lick guy, and there's a butt with wings. And I've seen like 10 seconds of gameplay of this game, because usually before I buy a game like this, I look it up just to be like, make sure it's not like a visual novel or something. Not that this would be. If this was a dating sim, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
But if I saw it was like the guy and then the butt guy. I assume that all 4 of these are like different people you face. So it was the butt guy and the main character. And they touched the butt, and it was like a graphic scene of the butt like shitting on the dude. It was insane. I was like, what the hell is this game? So yeah, I don't know. Truly a weird game. This game's definitely not for everyone. I'd say even more than F-Zero GX. This game might actually be for no one. But it does seem like it's fun enough puzzle stuff, and there's not like a ton of games you can play on the WonderSwan, so you know, you kind of have to overlook all the poop that comes with this game. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, looking at the box art, it kind of reminds me of Smiling Friends.
Yeah, it has that kind of humor to it, I think.
Yeah.
That's the main character.
I like him. He's cool. Do you know what his name is?
Maybe it's Ngacho. I have no idea.
He looks like Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
He looks like something Roderick would draw in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. All right. If you guys have played that game, let me know if you like it.
This isn't like a game. This is just a cover. This is the special edition case of Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia. So as you can see, like, it's reversible. This is the main game. My favorite 3DS Fire Emblem game. I'm a big Fire Emblem guy, as we'll go into, but this is just a really cool bonus because this is the original Japanese box art of Fire Emblem Gaiden, only released in Japan. There's no, at least I don't know about Japan, there's no virtual console, but there's definitely none in the US for the 3DS, but this is just really cool box art. You have, this is the Fire Emblem guy, you got Celica, and Valabar for some reason. I assume this is Duma in the background, there's the falchion, and on the back, I don't know what it says, but I see some sort of, Gold Knight, and, some sort of, like, witch character. Gaiden, the original Gaiden is one of the only 2 Fire Emblem games I've never played through all the way. But this is just something really cool, like a really neat little bonus. It's only in the special edition. Like, they didn't need to include it, but I'm glad they did. So, I mean, it's empty, like, because I guess, yeah, the game comes in it now that I think about it. But one interesting tidbit that everybody jokes about, Alm has Dong armor right in the middle. So I don't know why they did that, but this is something really cool. It just kind of sits on my shelf, but it looks nice.
Maybe it was AI generated or something. It just gave him extra limbs.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the circle on his head, dude. Yeah, no, that's AI.
That's definitely AI. No, that's cool. It's a nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice case.
I agree.
And yeah, I like the game a lot. I got like halfway through it, I think. I'm
it
decently
is hard.
far, but yeah, I've definitely got. There are a few Fire Emblem games where I've gone pretty far into them, and then like on like 70% of the way through the game, I just get stuck on a level. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. But yeah, no, it is a very fun game, and it's a cool little departure from like the other 3DS Fire Emblem games.
Yeah.
My next thing to show off is Gitaru Man Lives. And a lot of this is, I just really love this cover. I bought this recently. Look at it. It just looks white because of the lights. But I don't know. It's like a Where's Waldo kind of thing. It has a very nice little art style to it, if you will. And I believe this is in the like Parappa universe. He's that guy, the Vib Ribbon Parappa dude. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a very fun, very quirky and like stylized series of rhythm games. This is a little lesser known sequel to the hit PS2 game Gitaru Man on the hit handheld PSP.
There's a really cool box art now that I think about it.
Yeah, no,
it's very busy. There's a lot going on, but it works. I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I've played like none of the games I brought in today. Just a disclaimer. So
that's okay.
Yeah, but
all right. So now what I brought is not only my favorite Fire Emblem game, but probably my favorite game ever. Fire Emblem Thracia 776. If you know me in IRL or from my YouTube channel, you know that I really like this game. So there's 2 releases of this game. I think this was the last Super Famicom game to ever release. This came out in, I believe it was like, there was an original like download version where you go to a store and get it downloaded on like a cart or something. I think that was September 1st, 1999. And then this version was the official release version, which came out in, I believe, January of 2000. So probably one of the most obscure Fire Emblem games. Only like 13 people have played it. I really like the box art. You got all the main Thracia guys. You got Leaf, you got Dagdar, you got Dorius. I haven't played Thracia in a while, but I know all these guys. It's just very hard to find these like complete in box, like, but I found one for a good deal because most Super Famicom games, what I've noticed, like the box art is like kind of vertical, but this one's horizontal.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, there's like a little scratch there, but that's fine. Yeah, super fun game. It's very frustrating though, especially if you don't know what you're doing, but I was really happy to add this to my collection. It just looks very nice, and I'm a Fire Emblem guy, so yeah.
I also like Fire Emblem a lot. Probably not as much as Ratio Man does, but speaking of things Ratio Man likes,
I noticed that.
we have Metal Gear Acid. I haven't played this game either, but the reason I did get it, in general, okay, I'm slowly coming over to the idea of playing actual Metal Gear Solid, because I do like stealth mechanics. Like, in Skyrim, what I'm always doing is sneaking around and, like, being a little mischief guy. So if Metal Gear has solid, that kind of stuff to it, I might like it. I'm just usually wary of, like, super, like, involved, gritty stories. It's just not, I like stuff like this. I like fun little cartoons.
Yeah.
I'm not usually a super, like, gritty, the world, we have to save the world and we're in the army or something kind of stories. That being said, what I've heard about this game is that it has, like, card game mechanics to it or something.
What?
You made a face. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I've actually, I know nothing about this game, honestly.
Yeah, so it's like a stealth... Wait, actually it says... Experience Metal Gear's renowned stealth action with new emphasis on tactical turn-based strategy. Purchase new strategic battle cards to enhance your infiltration strategy and discover new cards as you play. Different card decks give you new abilities and actions unique to the theme of the deck. Unlike wireless multiplayer. Okay. Well, that
Sounds like Magic the Gathering.
This is a lot like Magic the Gathering. I like card games, like games like Slay the Spire or Pokemon TCG. A classic game right there on the Game Boy Color. So I don't know. It's cool that there is one in the Metal Gear series. I wonder how they're gonna like combine it with the stealth gameplay. And I don't know. I like PSP. This seems like a cool thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm terrible at the Metal Gear games. I always play on like the easiest difficulty. I'm just terrible at stealth, but I like the stories. I like Snake. He's cool.
Nice. Snake is sick, and
yeah.
I figured I'd try Acid at least once. All
right, I got a non-game. I have an accessory. This is the NES cleaning kit. There's two versions. The only difference is the box art. This one has Mario on it. He's wiping away the dirty, like pixel garble and turning it back into a game.
Thank you, Mario.
Now you probably like don't really know what to expect if you've never seen this before. When you open it up, there's this thing, and then this is the cleaning kit. To quote the AVGN, you're not the only thing you're cleaning with this is your ass. This is just kind of like a plastic shell. So how it works is, I haven't used this thing in years. This is for cleaning the games itself. You like put it. They tell you not to use rubbing alcohol, but that's what you're supposed to use. So this is for cleaning the cartridge. What you do with this is you pour, like what I used to do at least. You pour the rubbing alcohol on that. You open this thing up.
This is involved.
Yeah, you put that there with the alcohol and whatnot, and then you put it in the console and it cleans the pins. So it actually does kind of work, believe it or not. This is just like something that's just really strange, but I guess this was like popular back in the day. I remember watching like a video of like a Nintendo Store employee training guide where he recommends an NES cleaning kit. I really like the box art with Mario. Like, this is like definitely after Mario Bros. 3 came out, so kind of towards the end of the NES's lifespan. But I really like this art of Mario, and now I never have to fret about my NES being dirty. Exactly.
I've had quite a journey with my NES and trying to get it to work. First thing is just get a top loader if you can.
Yeah.
The day I found one at a yard sale, someone's mom on Facebook sold it to me along with a 2600 for $50 total, which is a steal.
Lucky
and
bastard!
And I got an NES Advantage controller that day.
Oh my god, that's
it was
awesome.
Sick. But yeah, I've genuinely like the top loader. I don't know what they did to it, but it's like the most reliable thing ever, and it always works. So I haven't had to worry about it. But I did before that. I had just like my dad's NES, which has now been put back in my attic because I don't know. I guess it's a family heirloom or something. I'm not using it anymore. But when I did try to use it, it did the thing where it just would never read any game.
Yeah.
And I looked online, and it said if you boil the connector pins,
there you go.
They'll like bend back into place.
No, actually, I think I've heard that before.
Which it kind of makes sense, and I wouldn't be like bringing it up as a joke if it had worked, but it didn't. And then I felt like an idiot because I was like, okay, I just like boiled a console and it didn't do anything. The other tricks I heard were like if you take a credit card and you like wrap a paper towel, it's kind of just doing that. You like wrap paper towel around it and you shove it into the NES. I broke a debit card that way. I ripped it in half by trying to clean my NES so hard. But those are pretty easy to replace, honestly, at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been on a whole journey. I'm not convinced that the NES cleaning kit works better than like a Q-tip.
We gotta convince you then.
I don't know. It is a fun box. Like I like its presentation. it makes sense as a product for the time. I don't know. We have modern solutions now. My real final note, Phalanx. I don't know if I brought it up on the channel, but just with around Dylan and Andy and the people. Oh. It's safe. It's fine. My reaction to that was crazy. That was good for the views. That's gonna be our thumbnail. That'll be your thumbnail face as you doing that. Yeah. Anyone who has talked about video game stuff with me, I have talked about this game for a long time. Not because I particularly love shoot 'em ups. They are a fun genre to like go back to and play on older consoles. I don't hate him, but I'm just not like no one's like that's a shoot 'em up guy, and that's why he wants an obscure shoot 'em up. Everyone knows the reason anyone would ever want this game is because of the cover art. There's just like I'll put a better picture of it up because I feel like it's hard to get a good angle here. But it's just like a man with a banjo, like, and he's confused. He doesn't know. I don't know if this guy knew this was for a video game. I feel like he's old enough. He's like looks 91 years old. And this was in like 1991 also probably. So I feel like they tried to explain to him and he's like, I don't know what a video game is. And then they sat him down with his banjo and they put a UFO or something in the background. I don't know. I don't understand why they thought this would be a good way to market the game. Like, I don't know, the kids these days, they just love old men with banjos. But yeah, it's funny as hell. And our local retro game store had it. And I'd been eyeing it for a while. And they had a sale. So I picked it up because it is kind of expensive, but it's worth every cent.
It is, no.
Because, I don't know, this is just like it's a sacred object, really.
I really hope that this guy is still alive. I feel like there's a chance. There's a chance.
He doesn't actually look 91. Yeah, he could be like 70.
I'm going to do some research when I get home.
Who is this guy?
His name is Phalanx Guy.
I don't see a date. Nobody knows when this game came out.
I don't know, I feel like seems like, based on the cover art, it seems like kind of like later half of the SNES lifespan.
Yeah, okay. Let's be really generous. Assume this came out in 95.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He'd be like 100. He'd be 101.
But there's still, maybe like dude, this is the thing, maybe he's on Cameo. We can get him for the video
or
to shout us
like
out.
When Ash saw Ho-Oh.
Yeah!
The fact that he was here when the Phalanx ship passed by him means he lives forever.
Yeah.
I don't know. If he's out there, if he's watching the video, comment down below if you're the guy on the Phalanx cover.
You found the fountain of youth.
Truly a beautiful piece of art. Is what I described it as.
That is art, like unironically. They captured it.
I am so excited to display it in my room. It's gonna be sick. All right.
My last thing is kind of like a weird thing. This kind of only appeals to Pokemon fans. This is my Salamence in Pokemon Scarlet, but he's not just any Salamence. He's actually the Shadow Salamence from the game Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, like the hedgehog.
I love that guy.
But what's special about him is I did what's called a Ribbon Master Challenge, where you go through all the games and get every single ribbon on him. So you start off in Gale of Darkness, you purify him into Purified Salamence, then you transfer him to Emerald, get all the ribbons there, and then Pokemon Platinum, and then Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and then there's no ribbons in the Gen 5 games, so then you take him to Pokemon X, and then Pokemon Ultra Moon, and then Pokemon Sword, and then Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and now he's in Scarlet. So this is just something really cool. Obviously, it's not a physical object, it's a digital object, but I really like Pokemon, and Salamence is one of my favorites, so he's just here on my Switch right now, and he has a bunch of these ribbons, because when you send him out in battle, it'll say like a special message, or title. So right now I got Salamence the Twinkling Star. I think this one's like a very nice looking ribbon. You'd get it from a rhythm game in Brilliant Diamond, but yeah, I don't know. This is just something that's kind of like sentimental to me now. This took like a few weeks to do, but I'm happy with him, and he's my Salamence.
Yeah, no, that's cool. There was a while where I was into like competitive Pokemon, so that's the only time I've really like dumped tons of time into like post-game stuff is like breeding and trying to get the good eggs and shit. I think I had like over 1,000 hours in Pokemon X and Y because of that.
Oh yeah.
Free-for-alls were big during that time. I don't know if you were around.
I wasn't, but I've heard stories.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was part of a big community. I was like, I need to get my ultimate troll Jumpluff, and so I'd grind.
No, Jumpluff is actually good with chlorophyll. It can be nice next to Primal Groudon.
No, especially in the free-for-all meta, which was just like it's 4 people playing at the same time. Like you do a double battle, but then you all just fight each other.
Oh yeah.
So it's sick, and everyone's just like messing around with each other. So having a like a super fast jump bluff with like sleep powder and leech seed, you just can be a menace.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. That's the kind of stuff I would do when I was like 12. How do you feel about someone just game sharking in all of their
I support it, honestly. Like, I used to do that too. Like, with some of mine, like, at least in Scarlet, because I do VGC online, I try to get them all legit, but like, I totally understand why people hack, especially in the older games.
Sick. That's everything either of us own. We have
Yeah.
nothing else to our names.
Salamence the Twinkling Star.
True. Keep that in your heart during the hard times. Remember to buy, and don't think. No, I'm kidding. But
Buy physical.
that's true. Probably.
Don't tell them that my Scarlet's owned digitally.
I have Animal Crossing New Horizons digitally.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I have that and Smash digitally.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Let us
Thank
know
you.
what your favorite game in your collection is, and bye.